George here.
Thank you. Princess Walker present. We're going to start with the first part of the meeting, which is a resolution regarding the flyers and the notice distribution. One second. I'm sorry. I'm sending him. Judith, do you have the link at hand?
The link to,
The meeting.
oh,
Wait, actually, I'm sorry,
I don't have
everyone.
my phone on me.
I'll send it to him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this was asked to be put on the agenda by one of the board members. Um, we wanted to discuss, we're going to discuss the distribution of flyers. According to the Mitchell-Lama rules, the notices and distribution of flyers have to be approved by management, the board, or the super. Um, so I wanted to get the other board members' take on setting a resolution saying that any notices of flyers that are not approved by management and or the super will be picked up. Judith?
Hey, this is Lorraine. If possible, I think something like that needs to be put on the website for everyone to become aware of.
It
And,
will. It
huh?
will. It will. This right now, this is just a conversational.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, that should be put up in my opinion, should be put up and established. And honestly, that's all I wanted to say.
Okay.
I have a question in terms of when they when it's stated in notice. Is that a general flyer, or are there any descriptions of the types of notices that this rule is applying to, or just any notice in general?
That's something that the details of the notice is something that of course we'll check with Mike on what is allowed, but we definitely should start looking into what should be allowed. Like definitely anything that is defamatory or not is not factual, we cannot allow that. And that's for anybody within the complex. Um, so yeah.
And also for me, I don't think our man hours that we're paying these guys to do work for should be followed with them picking up flyers off of people's doorsteps every time someone posts a flyer up. Because that also could become a little monotonous for them. And they're here to do something entirely different.
Well, if they have the time frame to do it, and that will fall under management scope, that's not for the board, to discuss. The management will have the day-to-day of what they're doing and the assignments. So
I'm just putting it out there.
yeah, our job is to lay the foundation, the standard and policies, and management's job is to enforce it. Let me see.
So at present, this is something we can only have a discussion about because
Yeah,
there's only three of
yeah,
us
because we
on
have to
the
definitely
board.
we have to definitely go. But I wanted to read what was the notice just so everybody can be aware of New York State policy. So it says to distribute flyers within Michalama and all apartment buildings, you must adhere to the following: obtain permission, use designated boards, distribute door to door. That's again, if it's approved, not at this point because we don't have a resolution, but if it's approved, once it's approved by the board, it will, and management and or superintendent, the flyers are gonna get picked up. The notices are gonna get picked up. So we would definitely want to designate, there is a designated area right now, but not a lot of people adhere to the designated area. I know each lobby has a board where notices are supposed to be posted. So they should be posted onto there. And we're not trying to take away nobody's free speech. So that's why we want to definitely engage the lawyers. We want to prevent Riverbend from any type of lawsuits of information being dispersed. That's not factual.
So
If
are
my-
we saying that notice, it's okay to put the notice in the common area on the board? I'm not clear.
That's where
But
the notices from before I got on the board were supposed to be
okay,
put.
but not to be distributed unless it's been approved or,
No, I'm saying that now. I'm saying that's where the notices should be. But until we do a resolution,
Mhm.
we can't, the notice will be distributed. But if it's anything that's defamatory, it will get picked up by the maintenance guy. We're gonna move on to the next.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late.
All right, we was about to move on to the second agenda. We was just wrapping up the first.
Okay.
And if you have anything you wanted to add, I just told him that we're gonna have Michael review the resolution and then we're gonna present it before the shareholders.
Okay, no problem.
All right, the next one is Mike on the line. Mike. Mike.
He's on. You gotta unmute yourself, Mike. You're still muted.
Yeah.
Mike
Hello?
is on.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm on a line. I'm listening.
Okay, Mike. So the main point of the meeting was called because you wanted to speak to the board and the shareholders.
Yeah.
So you have the floor.
You see the leak in the store since I moved in, and they have the same problem, and I have video, and I brought up the ceiling. I start fix the ceiling and the shelf, and the ceiling come down, and you come to the store and you see the problem, right?
So I'm not going to say what I can say what I saw. What I will say is though, I do, because it's public information and because you asked for the shareholders to be there. So I just wanted to go on record that you asked for the shareholders to be there. The court case was started way before I became president. It was under, I believe, Tamika Franklin's presidency. I would like to know, when did you notify me and Yesenia about the issue? That was in September, correct?
You know, the leak has been there for a long time. I have
No, I'm asking, when did you let me and Yesenia know about the leak? In September?
when you sent me the court order.
In September. Can everyone mute, please? That's not Mike. Everyone besides Mike. Can you please? Thank you. When did you let us know about the leak?
When I see the court order, you know, when they sent me the paper, the notice from the court. Lincoln, he knows for a long time. Lenny, he knows for a long time.
Lenny, you're talking about Lenny Parker that's not on the board?
Yeah, he was in the board when I take the store, and he know about the leak.
But did you let Yesenia know?
Who?
Yesenia, the manager.
You say? She,
Yesenia, the manager.
she come into the management in the time that I ready to move. You know, I went home. I have a 4-month vacation, and they keep sending letter, and I wasn't home.
So Yesenia became manager in January. If you're saying you was home for 4 months, that was put us in April. The court proceedings did not. Well, we didn't. You were first sent a letter to cure, which was just for layman's terms. That's a 30-day notice to get the issue fixed. Within that 30 days, did you contact the management office?
Yeah, I went to the management, and I talked to her when I come back.
You didn't contact the management office within that 30 days, because then it went. There was no response from you.
I said when I come back from home.
So it was more than 4 months.
I wasn't here.
This is more than 4 months.
I didn't get no notice. Nobody told me anything.
A notice to cure was sent out to you, Mike. You saying you didn't receive that?
I didn't receive a note. I received it.
But you received the notice for court.
They called me.
Sent to the same address.
No, they called. My son called me when I was home, and I came back right away, and I went to the management.
So your son got the notice for court, but not the notice for cure? It was sent to the same address?
No, I didn't get the notice for cure. I only get the notice from the court.
Okay. So even with the notice from the court, that's when I was first made aware of the fact that you had a leak. And I just want for clarity, are we talking about the 99-cent store or the deli? Because some people, there's no issue with the deli. I want that for in front of the shareholders. Is that correct?
The deli have leaked too for a long time.
The deli does not have leaks. I asked Yesenia about the deli. The deli does not have leaks. And the deli is not in court.
I know, but I have video.
But Mike, you mentioned the two. The deli is not in court. So I think people need to know that because...
Say the deli is in court. We're talking about the 99 cents.
Right. So the deli is not at jeopardy. I just want to... Is that correct?
The deli has problem with the water when they do the rain drain. When the rain come in, a swimming pool in the deli, all the shareholders, they come into the store and they see.
Right. I'm asking a specific question. Is the deli in court right now? Or is it just a 99-cent store?
No, they just want to take the 99 cents to make it whatever they want to make it.
And the deli, to my knowledge, the leak issue was fixed. If you're saying once the leak issue was fixed, Mike, there's another leak. Did you contact Yesenia about that?
I bet you my life, the deli is not fixed.
Did you let Yesenia know that, Mike?
I talked to her when I went in the office, and I show her the video, and I show all the shareholders. They come to the store and they see the problem. I'm not making
the video you show, the video you're referring to, because you're saying the video for the 99-cent store, and now you're saying you have a video of the deli. The video of the deli, is that a video of the deli? I just want to make sure what video you're talking about. Is it one video, multiple videos? Is it a video of the deli? Is it a video of the 99-cent store? Which is it? Because we need clarity.
Clearly, very clear. When it's rain, you come to the store and you see all the shareholders. They come into the store. I close the door because the water swimming pool.
Which store are we talking about?
The deli and the 99 cents. Both of them have problem with water.
So when I came Saturday,
listen,
it was a big rainstorm Saturday. It was a big rainstorm Saturday. I said to you, Mike, I did not see a leak.
Okay, listen to me. I'm going to show you a video since the Korean guy was in the store.
Can I interject? Princess, may I interject?
Right.
Do you mind? Because it's a lot of...
I mean, I think
right.
What he's saying.
Right. There's a lot of back and forth, and I understand that Mike wants to be heard. And the bottom line is, I do believe for the sake of time and to get clarity and to get specifications, management should have, in my opinion, assess the condition of that 99-cent store and what needed or needs to be done. and our responsibilities. Because right now, I don't know what we're going to accomplish this evening with this meeting. I know he wanted to be heard, but I think for the most part, instead of going back and forth, action needs to be taken. And I think action in the form of assessing what has to be fixed and continuing on with getting it fixed one way or the other, because
Oh,
I can't say I know what's going to happen, but if he shows or is able to say I can't run a store because of X, Y, and Z, and it goes back as far as whenever, it's going to come back on us. So I think we need to do, and I think
Lorraine, I understand what you're saying, but the facts are he was using that store. The store was being, from what I saw with the pictures, the store was being used as a garbage place.
sure, you're right. You're right. I'm not
So that's
disputing it. It's
not,
used
that
as
wasn't part of the lease. And again, this started before I became president.
I know that it started. It was already in place when we came on the board, and even when I first got on the board, I raised questions as to what was going on. There has since been questions as to the issues, and nothing has never been seen through. So I think now we take the opportunity, one way or another, to see it through and get whatever needs to be fixed and assessed. Get that
No,
done
but you're saying it as if the onus is only on Riverbend. There needs
to
to be
fix it
clarity with
to
that.
fix piping and leaks. Yes, it is on us. That's
To
why we
fix,
need
but the
clarity.
onus is also on him to notify management. He's
No,
saying he wait
you're
for more
absolutely
money.
right. You're
Yeah, so
absolutely right.
there's a lot of things that need to be made clear. And then to other people, it was like we're trying to take away the deli. That also needed to be made clear.
Princess,
I don't
Yes.
know about the rumors. I'm
Princess.
just concerned. I'm going to address, whatever it is that Riverbend is responsible for. I
Thank you.
think that's what we need to be concerned with, because there's always going to be rumors. There's always going to be misinformation. And as long as we take care of what we're responsible for, then that's all we can attest to. We can't attest to anything else. So if there's a broken pipe, we need to have access. He needs to work with us in having access, and we need to see what needs to be fixed and how long
We
it's going to
understand
take.
that, but we're not going to gate the other part. So, Mike, do you have something else that you want to say?
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
this leak has been there since I moved in the store. I've been paying $170,000 rent, and I didn't get no benefit of it.
How much?
I fixed the ceiling.
No, how much you're saying you're paying in rent?
You see the daycare center? You see the daycare center next door? He didn't pay rent since he moved in, and I pay my rent.
Right.
We cannot talk about the daycare center because that's being handled.
No, I know, but it's a Spanish guy. He refused to pay because he had a problem. In my
You say
store,
he's
I
a
have
what
mold.
guy? A Spanish
I
guy?
have mold. I have mold. You see how the store smells? That's because the leak is big leak. Why they don't want to fix the pipe?
Nobody said, Mike, nobody said that we didn't want to fix the pipe. The pipe, to be clear, in Apollo is fixed.
No, I think the store was the swimming pool, and I have the Korean guy for the dry cleaning stuff was inside, and I have video for that. 4 years ago.
I just want to understand, Mike, what was the purpose of you wanting the board to meet with you in front of the shareholders? I want to make sure I understand you
I want to
clearly.
be clear. I want to be fair for me, like everybody else. I pay rent.
Yeah, because I'm not. I just like
For me.
I hear that you're frustrated, so I'm trying to understand what was the point of you wanting to meet with the board in front of the shareholders.
There's no point. I just want everybody to know my problem that I get. I take the loss all the time, and they have to be fair with me.
So you want everybody to know your problem with the 99.
To the court, you hire a lawyer for me. Why are you doing this? I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad tenant.
Nobody's saying that you're a bad guy.
I know, but I feel bad when they call me to court from my home, from Riverbend. I've been here 45 years. All my kids born and raised in Riverbend. That's be a shame for me when they take me to court. I didn't do nothing bad.
A notice sent to you at the same place that you received the notice for the court, and you're saying that you didn't receive that notice. You had time to respond in between that time.
Taking the rent? Why they stop?
I'm sorry?
Why they stop taking my rent? I want to pay the rent, and they say we have
That's something that the lawyers and management will have to speak to. I can't speak to why they stopped taking your rent. I only can speak to that this proceeding started.
the
Hold on,
manager,
Mike. You asked a
whatever
question.
you call
Mike,
her, she
Mike,
told me, touch
Mike,
to the word. I
Mike,
want to be clear.
Mike.
Yeah.
This started, the court proceedings started under the previous presidency, and it's following through because there have been shareholders that have complained that this place was being used as garbage. That draws
Who's
roaches,
complaining?
it draws rats.
Can you give
It
me
draws
one?
I'm sorry,
There's nobody complain about me at all.
that's not true.
They like
That's
my
not
family,
true.
believe me.
Like, that's not true. Shareholders have complained about the store being
But
used.
hold on. Did
To
they
my
complain
knowledge,
about the 57 apartments vacant?
Mike, we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
So, Princess, can I interject again?
Thank you, Lorraine.
Um,
I'm
I
sorry.
just
I didn't finish what I was saying.
I'm sorry. Whenever you're done, just let me know, because I'm
Yeah.
stuff.
So just for clarity, the court proceedings started before I was president, and there have been shareholders that have been complaining about the use of the place, which is what you're being taken to court for. It's not because you're not paying, it's because it was to the appearance is because there's garbage in there and there's storage in there, it was being used as a storage place instead of a 99-cent store. To my knowledge, it wasn't until you got served with well, you said you didn't receive the cure notice, but you got served with the notice for court that you started saying something.
Ms. Walker,
Yes.
I've been paying my rent and I'm not using the store.
I'm not.
I've been paying my rent and there was the leak, big leak coming down to my ceiling. You see the ceiling, it's broken.
Okay, Mike.
Right? They should fix the store, this is a building pipe, it's not my pipe. I have to fix the riverbed pipe.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I'm not. I think I'm ready. I'm not.
The Blama,
So one thing I'm not going to do is continue to repeat myself.
The Blama.
So what I wanted to say to you guys, Princess, and this is to you, Mike, as well. For the brief period that I was president, myself and Ms. Joseph did speak to you about the issue and the condition of inside there, because you had it open one day and the smell was very bad. And it was exactly. So one being a safety issue, she had a discussion. I don't know if you spoke with Ms. Joseph about the leaks. I didn't follow up, but she did say and did ask you about opening and when you were going to open the 99-cent store. I do believe she followed up with an email with you. And after that, I didn't hear anything else with regards to it. So I like I said before, I do understand that you want to be heard, and I do understand the frustrations. And I see, Princess, you wanted to address it, but I think the back and forth this evening is not going to solve anything. And
it's not about solving. He asked for the space.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I think as early as tomorrow or before the week is out, the office needs to address and take an assessment of what's going on in there. Because I know that there's no lighting.
How do you know that the office didn't take assessment?
I didn't say they didn't. If they have one way or another, however, we need to meet and discuss how we have to take care of our responsibility when it comes to the piping and the leaks.
Thank you, Lorraine.
Any way we go to court, it's going to fall back on us, because we have a duty to make sure that he's able to operate in that place. So
and he has a duty to notify management.
Oh, right, but now we're here.
Right, after the fact. So let's be clear about the timeline.
No, I'm just saying moving forward, because we can't do anything.
Yeah, but we need to be clear about the timeline. Nobody's talking Mike. Nobody's picking on Mike. This is not something that, let's just go to Mike. No, the deli is not being touched. This is something that shareholders have complained, and even to what you saying that you smell the stench yourself.
And I addressed it with management, and I addressed it with him directly. And like I said, I after that was not made aware as to what transpired after that. I don't know if it's on the computer. I have no idea. But in my opinion, whatever information was gathered with regard to scope of work, to how much it costs, we need to assess that and figure out how to get these pipes fixed. That's all I have.
All right, it's
Go
not,
ahead.
we need to assess, or you don't know what's going on, you can ask management what's going on. But to say that we need to assess, it's indicating that we have done nothing since
No,
he
I'm not
told us about the
indicating. That's
problem.
not what I said. I didn't say nothing was
You
done.
just said we need
There
to
was a
assess, like as if we have not done that.
Well,
okay.
I
This
think
is
right now
this isn't
it's
even.
about moving forward.
Thank
So
you, Judy.
if there
No,
was an
you.
We have
assessment
to
done,
move forward. You're
Be clear,
wasting
though, it's not
time.
about
We
if there
have
was
to
an
move
assessment
forward.
done,
Come on
okay,
now.
if there was an
Everybody needs to
assessment
talk to
done,
Mike and management to see where we are now, as she's saying, and then move
Can
forward. Come on. You're wasting time.
you please
Just
mute
go to the
yourself?
store and talk to Mike tomorrow about this. That's
Can
all.
you please mute yourself, please?
so
You
I
can
think
write in the
that
chat. Go ahead. I think somebody was speaking.
no,
One
I
of the
was
board
speaking. I
members.
was saying that if I understand that there's been a couple of times when management, I think even when Prestige was here, has gone into the store to take a look, and then I believe Metro management has gone in the store. So whatever it is that was discovered, found, we need to, I believe Lorraine is trying to say, starting tomorrow, we need to act on whatever was
Stop saying,
discovered,
this is what
observed.
I'm saying. Stop saying
But
starting tomorrow. Once Metro Management was notified by Mike that there was an issue with the leak, that's when they started to do the investigation. So for both of you to say we need to start tomorrow, if you
It's
need
been started.
I'm not saying starting tomorrow. I'm
You
just
did.
saying that
You
we have
did
to go to tomorrow, then we go to the next step. But I think also, Mike, one of the concerns we have is that when there is a leak, then the board and management needs to be notified as well. So this has to be an ongoing documentation of there's a leak, because it seems like there was a leak and then maybe you're experiencing things but management is not aware, or so there has to be documentation as well from you, information from you as to what's going on. I know that there's been assessments. I know that there's been attempts to remedy the situation, but this has to be an open dialogue. It can't be that you don't communicate,
Judith,
because
when was those? Judith, could you explain
yes,
when
sir.
those attempts were made?
I remember, I like what Lorraine said. I remember in the past that there was, I can recall personally of two of um two attempts when management went in. I believe it was Prestige management went in to take a look at what was going in, because yes, as Princess said, there had been complaints by shareholders in terms of how the space and with, and I think it needs to be clear that we're specifically talking about the 99-cent store. We're not talking about the deli, and that this meeting was asked for by Mike to talk about the issues. So I think
Let
people
me
are
just
kind
let me just say one thing.
of,
Somebody just put something in the chat that is categorically untrue. Something that's been going around is me wanting a bakery to use Mike's store, get rid of Mike. That's the most ridiculous, asinine thing ever. Number two, the only time anything was ever mentioned, Mike approached me. People love to say things. Mike approached me 3 or 4 years ago about opening a bakery, using the 99-cent store to open a store with him and the guy who used to work behind the counter, Rashad. They wanted us to be us three. The next time somebody approached me was in 2024. It was his nephew who worked behind the counter who approached me. I never approached any of them regarding work. So please, people, my thing is, stop saying. There is something in the chat about the bakery, Taryn Payne, right above your statement. It said, how did we get here? Let's just say the quiet part out loud is alleged that the manager, along with the board vice president, wants the space for a bakery. And I am saying that that is not true. It was never true. The only person who approached me, who was approached ever about doing anything ever, was Mike. Mike approached me, and he called me 3 weeks ago to make peace, which there was no peace, bad peace on my side. He said that people were telling him that I wanted his store. He called me, and because I didn't want to have that conversation with him alone, because I didn't trust it, I asked Princess to come along. We had a conversation which Mike apologized for ever even insinuating such a thing. And if he's going to be honest, he'll say that tonight. He apologized and he said, I'm sorry that I ever said anything like that. You have never done anything like that in any way, shape, or form to direct anything bad toward me, like you wanted anything against me ever. And if Mike wants to be honest, he'll mention that. That's the part. Now, in terms of the other thing with the store, everybody's saying that there's back history, which there is. But the notifications and in terms also with the prior management, everything is so screwed up. There's not a lot of like documentation.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of documentation. So at the end of the day, what has to happen? It can't be just like, oh, all of a sudden, this story goes out that Mike is being maligned for some nefarious reason. That's just not true. And this did not start with me or because of me. People said that they were mad that it was a garbage dump. So that was it. It wasn't anything about anything else. Now, if Mike had an issue with the store, then it has to be looked at every single prior person on the board who never helped to get fixed, along with Mike. If you're paying rent, why would you continue if people are not fixing something that you want fixed? So that is blame to go all around. It's just not, it's the prior management, Prestige. It's boards that were there who didn't make sure the stuff was fixed. And it's you as a commercial store owner who is paying your rent and saying, okay, well, at the end of the day, I'm paying my rent. Why am I not able to have this store fixed? And then why are there no lights in the store? Just all of these different things. But at least let's say truthful things. The only thing we can say are truthful things. And a lot of things can be true at the same time. But the one thing that is categorically untrue, and Mike admitted himself, is that I am coming after his store. The plan to move forward as somebody, I think the plan to move forward, I think even though the meeting was granted because Mike requested it. In my estimation, the meeting, it should have been something that should have been a private meeting. And
that's what I stated, yep.
Let me finish. But it was, to me, it's like it was almost like a setup to make sure that opinions sway one way or another. And it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that we're just trying to sway things to make anybody look bad. It should be we're aiming to get at the truth. That's it. Nobody wants Mike's store. Well, let me say that I don't want Mike's store. And the reason why it was started the reason why it wasn't started months and months ago with the eviction wasn't because somebody wanted Mike's store. It was because people did complain. So my thing is, how did it get dragged to this point without nobody then, everybody saying intervene now, without nobody saying intervene? But we are here now. So at the end of the day, it has to be addressed. And then also the last thing I want to say is that Princess that she referenced, that it just isn't something that started in terms of addressing the issues with Mike. Princess has led the charge along with management in trying to work with Mike, and myself included. Even when Mike, well, I don't want to get into that. He wanted something done, and he wanted something done, and we helped him with that. And this was after the whole 99-cent store drama about people spreading the rumors. So there was I don't
Yeah.
understand how we got here. There was nothing nefarious because we helped Mike with something after the fact.
So can we all
But
agree
I do want
that?
to say, as a board member, excuse me, everyone, as board members, we have to look at the information. So Mike's lease is up in April. If the board he already has two other stores. If the board sees that there's another person wanted to rent the space that's wanting to pay more money, it will only be feasible. I'm not saying that that's the case, but financially, it would be feasible for us to pursue that avenue.
Can we right now, regardless of who may or may not want to rent it, it's not rentable if we have leaks and pipes that are busted. So can we just leave it at the fact that we need to get that done first?
Lorraine, in April,
Yes.
you don't know what's going on because you have been.
Go ahead, say it. You want to say I've been what?
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, because that has nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry.
Did you say Lorraine in April?
Yeah, she did say Lorraine in April, but
Hi, what does April have to do with this? My comments
His
in the
contract is up in April. His contract is up in April. If the board, like I was saying, if the board sees that there is a more financially sound avenue that they need to travel, the board as a whole will make that decision then. I'm not saying we're trying to kick Mike out, or we have to make a decision based off the information that's in front of us. He has a deli, he has a 99-cent store. If another person wants to come in and pay more money than him, the board has to look at all of those things.
How much more money they want to pay?
Mike, that's something we could talk about offline if you're interested. We're not, like Will said, we have been working with you with other stuff. So just to make it seem like we're out to get you is disingenuous.
It's not nice. It's not nice. It's nasty. It's nasty work. And then the other thing is, Lorraine, it's not saying that anybody has, but we have to acknowledge the fact that there has been a ton of work that is being done by just two people.
okay.
That has to that's not an attack. It's just an acknowledgement. And even with working with Mike, I can speak for myself. When Mike came up with even with the 99-cent store, Mike and I sat down and we talked reasonably, honestly. I thought it was honest and with no malice or anything like that. Subsequent after that, we had another talk where he came about another issue that he had.
Okay.
And we addressed that issue to get that issue rectified for him in a fast manner. So my thing is like we have been working with Mike and including going to look at the store to say, okay, listen, Mike, it's raining today. Let's check the leaks to see what things are. So those things, I'm just saying, assessments and stuff have been tried to be made, but it's like it just seems like it's trying to be like a sort of a targeted thing to steer people into one direction or another, as opposed to everybody having all the facts in front of them. And then being able to make a decision as to what was done and what wasn't done, when we knew about the issues, when the prior boards knew about the issues, when the ball was dropped then, and stuff like that. So my only thing is it shouldn't be, I don't want us to keep descending into chaos and arguing with one another and stuff like that. My thing is like, listen, let's look at the facts and let's try to make a viable situation out of whatever it is. And nobody, and I can tell you nobody, and if Mike is being honest, nobody has attacked Mike. And we've had such amazing conversations after that. So this whole thing is really disingenuous, and it's sort of like nasty work, Lorraine, because I'll tell you, there are certain things that I will tell you, there were conversations when Mike hugged me after the conversation, kissed me on my cheek, which I don't do, and Princess, and said, I love you, and said stuff like that. So to me, it's like, I never attacked Mike. I never went after Mike. anything
Next day,
like
you
that.
send me a letter from the court. What do you mean you never
I
attacked
didn't send any letter. That's not me. That's
Next
management.
day, I try to make peace with you.
Mike,
They don't like me.
Mike, I think you have
Next
to.
day, I try to be honest with everybody, and you stab me.
half ago, you asked
You
us to
what?
So
Yeah.
so this is what I don't want us to have to this going back and forth.
Nice.
Mhm.
This going back and forth, one is strenuous, one it doesn't resolve anything. So my thing is
They
let's
never
get
do
to
it
let's
for
get
me.
to
They
the
never
work
help me. They never
of
take side.
let's just get to the work of resolving because honestly I'm not in disagreement. Yes, it's
Lorraine, you
going
keep
on for
saying
a
let's
long
get to the
time.
work as if we're not working already. You have not been involved, so you don't know what's going on.
Okay, says you, but
Said me, you didn't even know that management was working on this.
What they do? They never.
whether I know it or not, my point is let's just get the work started and getting it fixed. Wherever
Nice.
we are, let's just continue and get it resolved. This
I
night
think
at 7:48, it's
yeah,
not gonna get resolved tonight. That's
no,
my
it's
Nobody's
point.
not.
saying that, Mike.
And I
Again,
think
All
to
right,
that
like
you know what,
ask
guys?
and to
You
say
guys
let's get to
have
work,
a
let's
good
get started.
have a
You
good
don't
night.
know. You have not been checked in. So
And
speak
guess
to what you
what?
know, and I keep saying that.
And guess
but
what?
Mike,
I'm
is there
checking out.
anything else that
Everybody
you would
have a
like
good
to
night.
add?
I hope you get this resolved.
Thank
Mike,
you,
is
Lord.
there anything else you would like to add?
I don't have time for this.
Mike, is there anything else you would like to add?
I mean, how long you been a board? How long you been president for the board?
The president, I believe it happened towards mid and July.
July. So what other anything you been done in my store?
Mike, when did you let me know about the leak, Mike?
When you take me to court?
When was that? September, right, Mike?
Yeah, when you take me to court.
That was in September, and even Saturday, I took time out of my time away from my family to go check. It was raining heavy to go check, and I said, Mike, there's no leak in here. Oh, this rain is nothing. It was a lot of rain over the weekend.
Wasn't a lot of rain. Ask
Yes,
Lincoln.
it
What
was.
he told you? Lincoln, Cuba. What he
okay,
said to you when you
mhm. I think the issue is that when there is a leak, and that's what we were talking about, there needs to be documentation. So, and this is what the board and manager's been working on, just to do the assessment and to to document what's been happening. So everybody has to communicate.
the block
Um,
the
you
block
know,
might come to the store.
but
I hear what
but
you're saying, and
but
I
what
agree,
happened
but I think,
also, you have to be responsive, Mike.
thank
So
you.
if there's any communication towards you, if anything is needed from you, or if you need to correct something, that we also are looking for you to be responsive to that as well,
Okay.
and not
What
after the fact come
what
and
the plumber coming to the store? What he said? The management sent the plumber, right? Right?
Mike, what did you say?
I say the management they hire a plumber, right? And he come to the store and he said that's a wrong pipe.
You're asking me to speak for management. Is management on the line? Because I can't speak for somebody else. I only can speak to
Yeah,
what
but
I
I wanna
witnessed.
to you that we had a problem. Everybody's saying there is no leak, no problem,
I
right?
didn't say that, Mike. I did not say that. I didn't see
So
a
what
leak
makes
on
the ceiling
Saturday.
down to me?
Mike, I'm not yelling with you. I'm
I'm not
not
yelling
yelling.
either. I'm trying to explain to you.
You're
The whole
yelling,
ceiling
Mike.
is down or no?
I'm sorry.
The ceiling. I put drop ceiling, $17,000, and they come down. The water damage everything.
That's what you say. But I just found out, excuse me, that you had a leak. And I went in there. I said, Mike, where are you? You told me you was there. I went to go see. There was no leak. It was raining heavy
I
over the
have
weekend.
video. I have video.
I'm
Nobody gonna.
not saying it's not true. I am just saying the timeline. As we mentioned earlier, it's disingenuous because you're saying, for one, it seems like you're saying that we're trying to attack you, and we're not. That's
How
just for the record. We're not trying to attack you.
I
You
bought
asked for something else in regards to the other store. We had no issue.
most of the shareholder they come into the store when it's raining and they see the problem.
Mike, I just want, because so again, we're not trying to attack you, or I'm not trying to attack you, right? So you called me sister. We hugged it out a week and a half ago. So I don't understand where this energy is coming to this day. You said you had a leak. Management, I've been keeping in contact with management. What's going on? So it's not, I have been actively working with management in regards to what's going on in your store. But again, there is some onus on you because you only notified me in September, and that's after you got the notice for the court date.
Okay, so what do you want to move on? What do you want to do now?
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to attack you.
It's
You
okay.
asked for something regarding another store, and we was like, sure.
Did they
Nobody's
get,
trying to do that, Mike.
huh?
Nobody's trying to do that. Nobody's trying to attack you. But
You
again, there were shareholders regarding the 99-cent store that was complaining about it being used as a
yeah,
garbage
but
place.
they complaining why they don't fix the problem. Why they don't fix the
Saying
pipe?
that, Mike, we're working on the resolution right now. So you're saying that you notified Mike. When did you say in September? I'm not gonna ask the question over because I'm not gonna repeat myself. You said in September you notified me of the leak. I went in there, I asked Yesenia what's going on. She gave me an update. So we've been active. And even Saturday I came. I took time out of on a weekend to go see if you had a leak.
Did the
You
super
didn't
tell you?
even have electricity in the store.
Lincoln, he told you about the leak?
But you didn't even have electricity in the store. If you
But
had planned on using the
the
store,
was fire.
I'm sorry.
The water, if they went to the outlets, is gonna
So,
bring
Mike, you
fire.
sat there for all these years
Yeah,
with no electricity
all this
because
year
of
with
the, that
with water.
you never. If why didn't you stop paying rent? Why didn't you say I'm not paying rent until this? There's a whole. We can go into all of the whys. We're
Type of-
here now.
I'm
We're going
not
to
like
move forward. We're not trying to attack you. I'm
I'm,
sorry.
I'm not a bad tenant like the Spanish guy. He stopped paying rent from day
Can you
one.
stop saying the Spanish guy? He has a name. I don't know his name. We
I
could
don't
just
know
say
his
the
name.
owner of Apollo.
I don't know his
Okay.
name neither.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be identified as the Spanish guy.
Okay, so the tenants for next door.
Okay.
So he didn't pay rent since he moved in, and I've been paying my rent till
But you can't. So that's a different scenario, and we are taking care of that.
we are
We're
family.
I'm sorry.
I said we are family. We
As
know
I thought we were able to talk it out with William, myself, and you met. And you said you didn't care about the 99-cent store.
So,
That's what you told. You remember saying that?
yeah.
You
yeah,
said if
but
you want the keys back, I'll give it back to you.
we don't want no competition. You're gonna
So,
bring me
so
out.
it's about you having competition. You say you didn't care about the 99-cent store. That's what you told us.
Yeah, but I've been paying a lot of rent. I've been fixing the ceiling. I fixed the shelf. You get if
Like
you have
even
Okay.
time.
just
So,
a week and a half ago, you said you didn't care about the 99-cent store.
Mike and Princess, it is almost 8 o'clock, and you're going back and
I
forth.
just want to make
Mike,
sure
I
he
would,
asked
yeah,
for- I want to make sure he feels like he was able to say what he wanted to
yes,
say.
and that's what I was about to say. Mike,
Yeah.
is there anything that you would like us to know that you haven't already said? Is there anything more you would like us to know that you haven't already said? We understand that you did.
Recording in progress.
Well, I told you I lost a lot of money in a 99-cent store, and I've been having it for almost 40 years. And they never come to the store. They never fix the leak in the store. And I speak to Lenny when he was in the board 100 times. When you could talk to Lenny, he's still here. He's not. He didn't go away yet.
Okay.
I mean,
So
but I
is
be nice.
mhm.
I feel like everybody is my family. My mother, my sister, my brother, and I end up. They take me to court. Why? What I did wrong? I stop paying the rent, or they make me stop paying the rent because they want to have a skew for them take over the store.
You say they, who are you referring to? The board? Because we need clarity. Are you referring to the board or the lawyers?
Manager, she said the board told me not to take your rent.
The board did not tell management to not take the rent. Is that
Well, she
no?
cannot tell today, and I've been here 45 years, and she just moved in here today to tell me something that has not happened. Today they told me to take the camera of the wall. They have a camera outside for 25 years, and now the lady comes from the office. She said, Mike, they said you have to take the camera down. Why they didn't be fair with me.
Mike, your camera is not working. You stated to Miss Gittens that the camera does not work.
Yeah.
So we're not asking you to take down a camera that's working. Please be clear.
I know.
I did not to take rent.
So who told you?
Please be
You told
clear,
me.
okay?
You're saying because
I don't like this.
We never told you to stop.
And please, I am Spanish, so when you refer to someone as Spanish guy, you are insulting me.
I'm insulting you?
Oh my God.
I didn't even know you on the line, and now you're talking different.
All right. So, Mike, you asked to speak to the board. You asked to speak in front of the shareholders. Are you able? Did you say that all that you wanted to say?
That's what I want to say. What else you want me to say?
No, I don't want.
She just said,
this
I
time.
told her, I'm a shareholder and I'm a business owner. I'm paying her salary. I'm not coming from outside. I'm not new in the neighborhood. All my kids born and raised in Riverbend.
Okay.
So she said I insult her. What did I did to her?
I can't speak to how.
Yeah, but
you're saying this.
fair. I don't want nothing.
I just asked you to stop calling the guy a Spanish guy. He could be called the owner of Apollo because I wouldn't want nobody calling you.
Hey, the tennis next door.
Yeah, I wouldn't want nobody calling you by your culture. So that's what I asked.
So, Mike, is there anything else you would like to say? Because we know that you wanted to meet in front of the shareholders. Is there anything else
We
that
should
you
end this
feel that
meeting. Well,
you
I'm
need?
going to end it
Yes.
on my.
Yeah. Well,
You
yes,
keep going
that's what
on and asking the same question.
I know.
Is
But
there anything else? But okay.
I want to give
It's just. But this is
the
descending
opportunity.
into such a rabbit hole.
Okay,
Like
I want to give
nothing is
the
going to be. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to give the opportunity before closing the meeting, just
All
to,
right. So I'm gonna
So it seems like you
close the
said
meeting.
everything that you wanted to say at this meeting. We hear your frustration. Things are, you've been in communication with Will and Princess and management, and there are steps that are going to be taking place. But the whole idea is to keep the communication open and things to be documented as they move along. Part of the problem has been a lack of communication and not, recently things weren't brought to the awareness of management and the board until recently with certain things. So it's about keeping the lines of communication open. Um, I think Will has said everything that he's wanted to say. Princess, is there anything else? Because I think
No, we
that,
can we
that
can
was just
close the meeting
a
to a
back and
close.
forth. And then, everything else will take place offline. Um, so, you know, Mike, thank you, shareholders, for joining us in this meeting. Like we said, Mike had wanted to meet in front of everybody to talk about what his frustrations were. But things, there still will be communication, outside of this meeting, and that's the whole thing. When I said moving forward, we're going to continue the lines of communication and addressing this issue. It doesn't end tonight, but things, looking for how to resolve and to remedy all these situations that are presented tonight. If anything else, Princess, would you like to close the meeting?
No, I want to close the meeting. So the time now is 8:02. I make a motion to close the meeting.
And I second.
All right.
Okay.
All in favor?
Well, it's just I think it's the two of us, so I think I'm not
Oh,
sure.
well, I guess we can't pass the motion, but all
Yeah.
right. Thank you all for coming
Okay.
out.
Thank you.
And we'll be in contact with you, Mike.
All right, thank you.